What's up, guys? Joel Vallie from Media Glitch here, and today we have a special video. I got my boy Radical Reggie in the house. Reggie, what is happening? What's going on, brother?
What's going on, man? Happy to be here, and I'm excited to talk about these games, man. It took me a while to pick out some games for this list, man, but I got them out, man. I'm very excited to show them off to you guys, man. So, are you pumped up?
Oh yeah, dude. Like the 2018 list is it's always hard to put together. A lot of good games that came out this year. But before we get started, man, there might be some of my viewers who don't know about your channel. Could you just kind of tell them where they can find you on YouTube?
Yeah. Radical Reggie on YouTube. You can find me doing all kinds of cool videos of video game related and all that stuff. So yeah, come check me out if you have a chance.
Awesome. So this is really laid back. We kind of just like, we talked about when we're gonna do it, and I've been busy. It's the holidays. And we just kind of, you woke up late, I woke up late. We were like, let's do this. So we're just
let's get started, huh?
And so I will say that I did make a promise to my viewers last year. My New Year's resolution was to not buy any new video games in 2018.
You stuck with that.
And I did, man. I stuck with it. Well, there's still a couple days. I guess I could slip, but I don't see myself buying any games here. So you're not going to see Smash Brothers. You're not going to see Spider-Man. You're not going to see Red Dead 2 on my list. Because the only games I played this year were games developers sent me, or games that, family friends of the show, like the watchers, the viewers, that sent me. So, and honestly, if I would have played Red Dead, if I'd have played Spider-Man, if I'd have played Smash, I don't even think it would have affected my list. In all honesty, that's the truth. So we're gonna jump into our top 5 games of 2018. Reggie, I'm gonna let you kick off the list. What is your number 5?
All right, man. This might be controversial, but I had a great time in this game, and I almost got a platinum in this game. And that game was SNK Hero and Tag Team Frenzy. So why did I pick this game? Well, this game is meant to be like a beginner type fighting game, something easy for people to get into. And I thought I'd try it out and see how it was. And I actually ended up playing it for hours. I liked it a lot. I liked how it was a throwback to the old SNK characters and everything, like all the girl fighters and everything. Because there's a game called SNK Gal Fighters on the Neo Geo Pocket. And this game is like kind of like a sequel to that. So I really enjoyed it. I love most SNK games. You know, the characters, they're just, if we get a new SNK game, I'm just really happy because sometimes that doesn't happen that often. Last game we got was King of the Fighters 14, but still, I like supporting the company. This game is a lot of fun, easy to get into, funny, cool endings. It feels like I won't say a lot of development went into it, but I think that a lot of heart went into the game. So the only downfall about the game is that DLC characters. You know how I am, man. I want all those characters ready to go, but I can forgive that in this game, though. So SNK Tag Team Frenzy.
Well, I helped you with that because
You did, Joel. Joel made that happen. So
I'm constantly passing you the new DLC characters because the developers send them to me. So I'm like, hey, Reggie really loves this game. Pass one over to you as well. So,
thank you, man. I appreciate it.
And I played a lot of that game as well. I did a review on it, a pretty in-depth review. I am my games of choice, if you know me, are fighters. So for me, I felt like I wish it would have been a little bit deeper, but like you said, that's not what the point of the game. The point of the game is to bring in that casual person.
Yeah, get them if a casual person can pull out like a super move and like, wow, I did that, that gets them pumped up. You know what I mean? So, and SNK Heroes is definitely the game that can like make that happen. I mean, super moves are easy to do and easy to connect with as well. So, and it also could be like more advanced if you more hardcore into it, like combos and all that stuff. You could do all that too for advanced players. So it's for everybody. So very cool game.
So my number 5 game, I have not beat it yet because I'm playing it with my daughter. We're going through it together. So it's taking a little bit of time. It was actually sent to me by Jimmy from Lots of Games, a great friend of mine, and that is Dragon Quest 11.
I had a feeling that was going to be it. Okay.
And man, it's so good, Reggie. It's so good.
Yeah?
If you're a fan of the Dragon Quest series, I would go as far as to say this is the best in the series.
Wow. Okay,
It's
that's
the
that's
best.
up there, man.
It's the best looking. It's the best. Oh my gosh, everything about it is amazing. I'm looking forward to getting towards that end game material too. See if it starts to some of the Dragon Quests when you get towards the end, you start to feel it a little bit.
Yeah.
The runtime, but this one so far, wow, the pacing's great. The adventures are great. The NPCs are interesting. Everything. Oh man, it's hitting on every cylinder. Like this is Dragon Quest running the best it's ever ran. It's so good. So Dragon Quest 11 comes in at my number 5. Reggie, what is your number 4?
All right, number 4, a game that a lot of people didn't think was going to come out, but I knew it was going to come out because they announced collections for it. Because the game, this is actually a sequel to other games, and they announced 2 different collections for it. And I told people, if people bought those collections and it sold well, and they were going to get a sequel. We were going to get a sequel, and that game is Mega Man 11.
Oh,
yes, the one and only Mega Man 11. My buddy Eric is a big Mega Man fan, and I tried to get him into this game. He keeps ignoring me about it, but Eric, you better be watching this video, man. You better play this game. This is possibly one of the best Mega Man games in a long time. And I know some of the greatest Mega Man games is probably considered the greatest. Is probably part 2, 3, and 9. But this is definitely up there with them. They did a really good job with it. This is what a new game out of that series should look like. We shouldn't go back to the 8-bit, I don't think. I like the newer graphics, and what they're able to do with it is amazing. Voice acting is actually good. The gear system works well for new players and advanced players as well. You can slow things down to get too fast for you, or you have power shots, things like that. So Mega Man 11, guys, it's going for probably $20 now. Pick this game up, support them, and we'll probably get Mega Man 12 soon. Who knows?
Yeah, Mega Man 11 was one that I didn't get to play this year, but I was so tempted in breaking my resolution because it's a Mega Man game,
Yeah,
it was really hard to not break it, but I stayed strong, man. So I'm glad to hear it's awesome.
Hey, well, still waiting here for you, man. So don't worry. A couple more days, you'll be able to play it.
Exactly. So my number 4 is probably going to surprise a lot of people because it's most people's number 1, and I'm talking about God of War.
Oh, I haven't even played that yet.
Yeah, so God of War comes in at my number 4. And man, there's so many good games this year, and it seems okay. Stop, cut. Dile que estoy grabando y después puede entrar aquí, pero hasta.
Bueno, tú le avisas cuando ya pueda.
Sí, bueno. Sorry, dude. I heard the garage.
No problem.
I heard
like
the garage
break,
door open while we were filming. I was like, oh crap.
Yeah, you could probably keep that in there.
Okay, great game, amazing graphics, love the story so far. I haven't beaten it, and maybe that's not why it's higher on my list. And it's just one that, when I leave it, I don't feel like, oh man, I can't wait to play it again, And a lot of that will determine my game of the year. Is the one that I want to be playing that one all the time. And so God of War is a great game. It's probably amazing story in the end, and I can't wait to do that. But it just didn't have that. When you sit down and you have to stop playing a game and you go to a store and you're thinking about that game, or you're at work and you're thinking about that game, so you go home and you play that game.
Yeah.
God of War wasn't that for me.
That's okay.
And it doesn't mean it was a bad game, because it's a really amazing game and I have fun every time I play it. It's just there were other games that were that this year for me. So that's why it comes in at number 4. And I thank Ashley old Ashley from Media Glitch who gave me that game for my birthday. So what do you got for then number 3, Reggie?
Number 3 is a game I got the first day it came out because I was so excited for it. We don't get these games very often, probably every maybe 3 to 4 years. And that is a David Cage game called Detroit Become Human. All right, so Detroit Become Human. It's hard to say what you call these type of games. Some people call them walk-in simulators type of deal or whatever, but it's a game about choice, and your choices matter. And what you do in this game affects the outcome of the ending. This game basically, I don't want to go over too much of the story, but it's about cyborgs that are having human emotions, and the game just really plays out really well, man. I was very impressed with it. I had a great time playing it. This is how much I like the game. I played it. I beat it the first night I got it, and I got the best ending. Thankfully, by the choices I made. So I was playing it for like 12 hours straight, man. I mean, I wasn't stopping, and I had a great time playing it. Definitely a really cool game, but even though it's on my list, man, after I beat it and got the best ending, I didn't pick it up again.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't know, by getting the best ending, they kind of killed it for me. Maybe if I got maybe a lesser ending, maybe I would have played it more. But I don't know. I'm just very satisfied with the game. So definitely something I think people would like to play. I mean, have you seen anything on it?
Yeah, I wanted to play it. I love all those games. There's so much more than a walking simulator that wouldn't even do it justice to say that.
Right.
It's all about the experience. So if you had an amazing experience, maybe you'll never return to that experience, because in all honesty, you can't rehab that experience.
But it's all up here, and I always remember it, though. That's why I was like, oh, cool, man.
Exactly. If it's good enough to get on that top 5, that's what's important, And I look forward to playing that for sure. So, all right. So my number 3, I don't have a physical copy. It was sent to me by Sega. And I love this game. Absolutely loved it from beginning to end. I played it nonstop. I'm a huge fan of the anime, and I'm talking about Fist of the North Star. Man, Reggie, have you played it?
I know. I actually seen you play it though, man. I mean,
it's all set up like an Yakuza game now, from what I hear. I've never played an Yakuza game, and I'm gonna change that next year, hopefully. So, but the game it's so fulfilling. There's so much stuff to do, but it doesn't feel very open worldish like where you're running from one side of the world to the other side. You're spending 30 minutes. No, I'm spending 2 minutes to go grab a mission, and then I'm going and doing that thing. And it feels so much more satisfying that way. And we talked about it on the show in Media Glitch. The problem with some open world games is like you're spending so much time traveling. That is not the case in Fist of the North Star. The graphics are amazing. They're telling the same story, but in a totally different way. It really made me appreciate the base storyline that is Fist of the North Star, and then what they were able to do with it. And it was just such an interesting, fun time, especially if you're a fan, as I am. I did a review on it. Had a little skit in there. My daughter directed it. I think it was the first thing she directed.
That was awesome. I saw that.
For the show. She's only 10 years old, so she's like her dad. I'm a filmmaker, so that, that review means a lot to me as well. But that comes in at number 3, and it was tough. It almost was number 2. It at that point it was like playtime, like who got the most playtime, because number 2 and number 1, which I'll talk about, a lot of it had to do with how much I played it and how much I loved it. So that's my number 3. Reggie, what is your number 2?
Oh man, this is really hard for me, man. This is very hard. These 2 games the next 2 games I'm going to show you were probably my number 1 games of the year because I had so much fun with them. But one of them was number 1 until the other one came out, and they're different genres, so I guess it'll be fine. But my number 2 is a platform game and shoot 'em up game called FX Unit Yuki. This is probably one of the most nostalgic games I've played in a long time. I love platform and shoot 'em up games. This is all that in one. This is an amazing game. This is actually done by Saramaru DJ. He's one of the creators of this game. And
a friend of ours,
and he did a great job with this game. This game was so nostalgic. Man, I remember I did a Let's Play of it, a live video, and that was like one of the best live videos I've ever done because everybody was so into it. It was a lot of fun. I was doing well in the game because a lot of times when you play, I was good at platform games and shoot 'em ups back when I was a kid. And I still retain that skills level when I played newer games. So people were like really impressed, like, wow, you're getting through this stuff pretty easy or whatever. So I said, yeah, I just retained that skill, man. So it was really fun. This is the type of game that kind of just really is a great throwback. I had a great time with it. That is my number 2. Joel, what do you think about FX Unit Yuki?
I love it. I love FX Unit Yuki. It would be, if we had a top 10 list, If I had a
Yeah.
little more room, it would definitely be on there. I
Gotcha.
just thought it was amazing. I highly recommend it. You should pick that up. I know it's on all kinds of platforms. I think that they're even working on the Mega Drive version or Sega
Yep.
Genesis version, which
Yep.
I'm very excited for.
On
Since
Dreamcast.
I'm a Sega boy, and they did an amazing job. And it's coming from great creators, great people, great friends of mine. I'm not just bumping it because they're our friends. It really is a good game that I think
Yeah.
a lot of people don't even know about. So
Yeah.
I'm so glad you put that on your list, man. Big time. That's awesome.
Definitely, man.
All right, coming in at number 2, Reggie, is a game that I platinumed. Me and Reggie
Oh.
we're always like neck and neck on the trophy board.
Yeah, we are.
And so one I absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. And I'm wondering if you know what it is. I got it here. I'll see if you can
Let me eat platinum it. It's. Oh yeah, I know what it is.
You ready? You want to
Yeah.
say it? Let me see. If you
Nino Kuni Part 2.
yeah, that's it right here.
Dude.
Oh,
So let me ask you something, Joel. How does that one compare to the first game?
Okay. Oh gosh. And now the first game, I streamed the first game. I streamed it till the end, like all the way. And
That's
I
hardcore.
absolutely love the first one. So they got a different studio doing like the animation stuff, but it still looks amazing. Don't get me wrong. There is a charm to the first game that the second one couldn't quite get. But a lot of people's complaints of the first game was the combat system, which they totally redid, and it is outstanding. Outstanding in the second one. It is so amazing. The story is amazing. The graphics, man, this game, I'm telling you, if you love RPGs, and I can even say this with Ni no Kuni, if you love action RPGs, then this is the one to get. You know, last year we had Ys 8, that was the best action role-playing game.
Definitely.
For this year, it was definitely by far, without a doubt, Ni no Kuni 2. And they just dropped DLC this month. And they got some next month coming. So the game is still going, and it's just such a great game.
The adventure continues.
Oh my goodness, I can't say enough things about this game, guys. Get it, and you know what? I've noticed sales all over the place, so you pick it up for cheap now. So that is my number 2. That brings us to number 1, Reggie.
Yes,
Our number one game. What is the number 1 game that Radical Reggie played this year the most? He played
Yeah, and definitely,
the one
if
he
you
loved the
guys
most,
have watched
I guess.
my channel or watch me on the Metal Jesus channel, you guys probably know what it is. And that game is, oops, I dropped my mouse. Horizon Chase Turbo.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, dude, this game, dude. I mean, all right. So here's the story behind this game. I'm a big fan of the Outrun of the Outrun series, and this Outrun, and also what's that other game? I'm trying to think of Top Gear that on Super Nintendo, which was really good. Oh dang, my phone's going off. Sorry about that.
You're
But,
a busy, popular man, dude. I get it.
I know, right? But dude, this game is sick, man. I'm telling you, the music by Barry Lynch. I think it's Lynch. Is that his name?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Well, he did the soundtrack for Top Gear for Super Nintendo and a bunch of other
okay.
games. Really like known composer. And the soundtrack for this game is amazing. The racing is like, dude, man. I mean, it you just really feel like you're just. It's not a serious racing game, you know what I mean? Like, you know how all racing games nowadays, they're like kind of like all serious and do this and do that, like get this and all that for your car and everything to make it like run properly. This game is simple. You have your nitrous, you have your like I don't know, it's just something really great about this game, man. I mean, you guys have to play it. It's a lot of fun. It's my game of the year, man. I'm telling you, game of the year for me.
What's amazing about that game is how easily someone who maybe doesn't play games all the time can come right in and play the game. We streamed it the other night. Yeah, you were in the stream, and we were having such a blast.
Yeah, mother! What? Yeah, baby!
You know, and what you know what I really like about that game, Reggie, is that I can see what your top score is immediately. I can see what Jimmy from Lots of Games, our moderator of the year, Krillin. I can see everyone's everyone's high score, and it gives you incentive to go, oh, dude, no, Reggie can't have the top spot. I got to go and get it, And
Dude, oh, here's a funny story. So when you were doing that video, I was watching you live. You said, "Oh yeah, I beat Reggie's top score," and I was like, I had like two things going on. I was like, "What? How dare he?" So I immediately got the controller, man, and I had to represent again, man. I had to beat your score, man. So I don't know if you came back and beat me again, but
I haven't yet, but now I got some.
That's
goals.
how fun the game is, man. I mean, seriously, it's all fun, dude. And I love how a lot of people are starting to realize it now too, man. And the game's now on Switch and Xbox One as well as PS4, and it's getting around. So a lot of people are finding out about the game. So definitely going to be a lot more racing and high scores going on.
Oh yeah, for sure. A great number one. So my number one, if you guys have me on your PlayStation's friend list, you probably know what it is because it's the one that, for the most part of the year, that's all I played. I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours in this game. It's a game that came out right at the beginning of the year, so I don't think it's on many people's top 10 lists because they forget about it. Because when a game comes out early on, they forget about it because all the games that come out before it kind of bury it. This game, I had so much fun with it. Me and my friends, we'd play it till like the sun comes out. One of those games, man. And I'm talking about Monster Hunter World. That game is amazing. I loved it so much. There's so much to do. So many quests. It's the game that keeps on giving. They've even announced DLC coming out in July of 2019. Really? Yeah, so that far away, we're still gonna be playing Monster Hunter. They've released the Street Fighter content, the Mega Man content. We just Final Fantasy, you fight the Behemoth. There's just a ton of things to do, and I've been playing Monster Hunter World for a long time. This one is the best one to, if you don't know how to play it, this is the best one to come into because they make it very accessible for those who don't know the Monster Hunter World to learn how to play it and stuff. I got a bunch of my friends that came in for the first time. I wouldn't say I was a professional player before that, but I had played them, and I understand the difficulty of trying to learn the Monster Hunter series. So that is my number one. Reggie, have you even played that one yet or no?
People have kept trying to get me to buy it, and I was like, no, I'm going to wait because it's a $40 game, which is usually right up my alley, but I just have so many games to play, man. It didn't make the list, but I'll definitely look into it, I hear nothing but good things about it, so especially now hearing it from you, man, like, okay, I'm really going to look at this game now.
There is a learning curve. I will say that.
Is there? Oh, never mind. No, I'm just kidding.
And here's the thing: a lot of people play the main story, and then they sold it. And what a lot of people don't understand is after you beat the game, that's really when the game opens up.
Okay.
And you can start getting the good gear, different boss fights. It's really cool. So I think a lot of people like, oh, this is great, this is awesome. Play the story, traded it to GameStop for $1, and it just, they just didn't. They didn't give it the time that it needed, the time that it deserved, because there's so much stuff, so many things you can do in that game, keep you busy. Now, if I had honorable mentions, what would your honorable mentions be? Maybe games that you loved that came out platform, or came out for a platform. Maybe
honestly, the games that I wanted to mention probably came out like last year instead, or came out digital last year, but came out as physical this year. I don't know if would that count.
Yeah, those are honorable mentions. Those are good.
Okay. Another one is 99 Vitas.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a beat 'em up, kind of like on the level of, if you guys remember Scott Pilgrim before that got pulled from the online stores. If you missed out on Scott Pilgrim, you won't miss out on 99 Vitas. This is an excellent, like, somewhat follow up to that game because they're the same type of game, and really good game. That would be my honorable mention. What about you?
I have two. One would be Owl Boy. Came out for PS4 and the Switch.
Right.
I absolutely love that game. The attention to detail in that game. The story behind getting it made. I actually, the producers came in,
I saw that.
sat down with me. We had this great interview. You should check it out. It's worth watching. The process of making an indie game, especially one that took 10 years of someone's life. And it shows when you play that game. It's more than a game. It's a work of art. And so, but that did come out years ago on Steam. Just got a physical release, so that's why I didn't make my top 5. And then Black Desert Online came out this year with a remastered version.
Ah, okay.
I started playing this game, Reggie, and actually, let me open up my Steam account just to see. I started playing this in Thanksgiving, dude. There's a lot of AFK stuff, so keep that in mind. But I'm going to show right now, since Thanksgiving, I have logged in 764 hours of Black Desert Online Remastered.
That's dedication.
And this game is just amazing. If you guys haven't got into it, now is the time. They came out with a remastered version. They came out with Archer. If you love action role-playing games, it's the action role-playing MMO that we've always wanted. It is amazing. I just can't, man. If that'd be my honorable mention right there. So,
okay.
Well, Reggie, man, thank you, man, so much for your time. Thank you for coming and sharing your passion, your love for games, man. You're always, such a good friend, and it's good to share with the world your top 5 games this year.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for having me on, man. I really appreciate it.
And so, guys, if you haven't subscribed to Reggie's channel, go do that now. But this is what I want from you guys. We want to know what your top 5 is in the comment section. Let us know below. Do you agree with our picks? Again, guys, this is just opinion based. Okay? Because whether you like it or not, video games are art. Art is subjective. The way you play a game and what you feel when you play a game is not going to be the way I feel when I play a game. We have different tastes. We grew up different. You could grow up totally different. I love dark stuff. I love dark games. I like killing. I like gutting monsters, because I grew up a different way than you, some people love, maybe they love Mario Party, the new Mario Party game, or the Smash Bros. I'm not a Smash guy. That's not going to be my game of the year, So, but I'm not going to get mad at you if that's your game of the year. Don't get mad at me, because mine was Monster Hunter and not God of War. You know what I mean? Like, it's all
exactly.
We're just gamers. We're passionate. We love what we do, and we share that with each other. So please share your top 5 with us. So again, Reggie, thank you so much for being on the show. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell button, guys, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.